my 17-week pregnancy update. My baby is now the size of a pear, or the size of my palm, and he is practicing his sucking and swallowing. I had a doctor's appointment this week. We talked about two important topics. Both had to outweigh risk, so there is a lot to update you guys on. So I'm full blown in the second trimester right now, and I am feeling a lot better, but again, I'm going to say this probably every single video, but each pregnancy is different, and I can so feel it in this one. Although I am feeling better, I can tell that my hunger is a little bit different. I do get hungry more now, often maybe. However, if I wait too long to eat, then I feel sick. So I really need to start being on top of my eating. I did have a doctor's appointment this week, and I only gained 2 pounds, which means pretty much his entire pregnancy I've only gained 2 pounds. I definitely have a belly, but just from being sick, I just haven't gained a lot of weight. And the doctors at this point said that's fine. So we're on I guess a healthy weight gain right now. I don't know. But right now, it's not a concern. At my doctor's appointment, there were 2 things that we had to discuss. The first one was progesterone injections or medication. For those that don't know, my daughter was born 5 weeks early via C-section. My water broke, and she had not turned, and she also spent 9 days in the NICU. So because I had a preterm labor, one of the options I have is getting progesterone. Now, if I would have delivered prior to 35 weeks, I would have to come in weekly for injections, but because I made the 35-week cutoff, I can take progesterone medication at home. Well, we talked about it, my husband and I, we've discussed it, and we decided we're not going to go the progesterone route. There's no 100% guarantee that it prevents preterm labor, and they have no reason, they have no clue of why I went into labor early with Lily to begin with. So we outweighed the risk, and we decided we're just going to go with the flow, and we know everything is going to go perfect this time around. Fingers crossed. Topic number 2 with the doctor. Now, like I said, I did have a C-section with Lily. There really wasn't much of an option at that point. And so the trendy topic right now is VBAC versus no VBAC. And for those who don't know, a VBAC stands for vaginal birth after C-section. And so it's that option of having a natural delivery after your first pregnancy or your prior pregnancy was a C-section. Now, my doctor's the one who brought it up to me, and I actually have been personally weighing back and forth which one I wanted to do, if I wanted to try the VBAC or not. So we discussed it, and he said, honestly, there's only a 2% chance that anything can really happen, and so to him, it's a personal preference. However, the caveat to that is, the way our insurance works, I have a medical group, and within that medical group, there's about the doctor's office that I see, about 5 to maybe 8 different OBs, and they're assigned to my hospital. So when I go to deliver that day, I'm delivering whatever doctor's on call is the one who will be delivering the baby. So they recommend that you kind of see all the doctors within that office, just so you have an idea of the doctor the day that you deliver. Unless I have a C-section, then I can schedule it with whatever doctor I want. So the caveat to this VBAC situation is the hospital that I deliver at here in our hometown does not provide the means for a VBAC. I guess the reason is although there's only a 2% chance, they still keep a whole medical team, like the surgery room, medication, surgical team, all of that on standby just in case something goes wrong. They can do an emergency C-section. So our hospital does not provide for that. So I would have to go to a different hospital. And there's actually one that's not that far from us, just down in the valley, and that they do the VBAC. However, my doctors don't go to that hospital. But there is this different set of doctors within our medical group that are assigned to that hospital that I can see at that hospital, which means I'd have to get a whole separate set of doctors, which I'm totally not opposed to. However, I know friends that have delivered at both hospitals, and the other hospital never seems to get as much reviews as the hospital up here. So my husband and I have to decide, do we want to go to a whole different hospital? We had a good experience at our hospital. I actually loved my hospital, and I loved my doctors, and I loved the nurses, and one of our friends is a nurse in the women's unit, and so we just love this hospital. So we just have to outweigh, what do we want? Do we really want to be back that bad that we're going to get a whole new doctors, whole new hospital, and a whole new thing? Or do we stay with what worked for us the last time? So we haven't decided yet. My doctor says we don't have to decide until later on. Although they do recommend you seeing the other doctors along your pregnancy, I don't have to. So that's kind of where we're at. We haven't made a decision for sure on the VBAC, but I don't know. If my hospital provided for a VBAC, I would 100% go for the VBAC situation. So we'll see. We don't know yet if we're going to do a C-section or a VBAC. Now this last week, my stomach has really popped, and it was like literally one of those over the night, oh my gosh, there's a belly, you're no longer in that in-between stage of pregnant, not pregnant, like you're pregnant. And I could feel it for a couple of days. My stomach hurt, my hips even hurt, it was tight. I could just feel that this sucker was growing, and sure enough, there's a belly. I also did some maternity clothes shopping this weekend, thankfully, because I really needed some tops. I still had a lot of my bottoms and dresses from the previous pregnancy, however, I needed some tops, and Motherhood was running some amazing deals, and so I stocked up on some tops, and I did some online ordering, and I have some more coming this week. So don't worry, later on I'm going to do a video on a haul video on everything that I have bought so far for maternity clothes. I actually bought my first couple items for the nursery. However, it's not going to be until probably October till we even start doing anything in this room. We have some guests coming in town in September. Andrew's aunt from Korea is coming in town along with his mom and his sister, and they'll be staying with us. So we need this room to continue to be a guest room at this point. But as soon as they leave, it is gung-ho getting this nursery done, because there is a lot that needs to clear out of here before we can even turn it into a baby's room. So that's it for this update, guys. Thanks for watching. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. It's free. There's nothing you have to do. You just hit the little subscribe button, and then you get updates on anytime I upload a video, and then we can just be in this fun little community together, all on the same journey-ish, sort of. I don't know, subscribe. It's fun. Be my friend. Let's do it. Anyways, guys, stay tuned for more videos. I hope you guys liked this video, and I will go ahead and see you guys later. Bye.